G'day guys, Tom from Touchscreen, and I'm going to show you just something that goes underappreciated to the naked eye. Okay, so we have Australia and New Zealand. This is one of the most popular games of recent because it's the gold medal match from the World Cup, and we have E4 Jones on a sweeper scoring one of his 17,000 tries that he scored against Australia this day. And it looks great. His footwork is amazing and he gets under that touch really well. But we're not here to talk about E4. We're here to talk about just something else. As we go back. Now I've got a couple of examples of this, and I have spoken about this in game analysis very sort of slightly. But with this sweeper, firstly, and I'm only just noticing this now in particular, but Australia have double touched, which means this middle is the one they wanted, but the other middle's gone, I'm going to make touches on both middles, which is fine. But let's have a look now at the dummy half, because this will work. This is fine for whether they double touch or not. Dummy half, before giving it to the sweeper, he'll run. So the sweeper's still coming around this way. The dummy half takes off back to the, whether you call it an open side or short side, we'll say short side. He takes off back to the short side, which squares this toucher up. However, the other middle is still chasing the sweeper. So what you've done is you've opened up a gap in the middle without them even realizing it, because they're not looking at each other. They're both looking at their player, and each of their player is going the other way. And it's only for a couple of steps. But if you have someone that has a dive like this, look at that gap now. That's all you need to get under. And as you can see, that's exactly what he does. He gets under. So the next video we'll see it's not a double touch. So this one is probably the situation you'll find yourself in a little bit more. So there's the toucher, eyes for the sweeper. All right, that's all he's looking at. This guy at the moment is looking exactly where he should be, covering this inside. He's back on side. I'm going to call that a 10 out of 10 for pre-touch. But again, what does the dummy half do? Dummy, and then start taking off here. And look at now the body position of the back middle. We still have one player. We still have one player offside and worried about the sweeper. Keyword there, offside. And now we have, again, for a split second, this back middle focused on the dummy half. And while you have him focused on the dummy half, this guy focused on the sweeper and still pulling corner, you now are opening up the middle. So he's gone now. He's actually made his move to touch the dummy half. They're still pretty connected. But again, that toucher is offside. And his momentum is still pulling corner. So while it looks like he's very close to him, he's still pulling corner if you step back in and you can just go for that center. So you're sort of stepping back in as you're catching the ball. So looking at that, we'll just play it in slow motion now without stopping. Dummy half takes off and then gives it with the space open. Very nice. And one more, because this doesn't have to be on a sweeper. Let's look at this clip. It's actually on a punish. Punish, dummy half, opens the space. There's the dump, and it's not actually even on the link. The link's up in the touch, so hence why this play is still work. But by running, you can see the body position of the link pulling corner, but by running direct or even towards the open side a little bit, it just squares up the feet of this middle. Just enough now that gap, while tiny, if you have a really good dive, that's all you need, really. Zip straight in there. There it is. So yeah, just a little bit, because I can guarantee you on all of those 3 clips, if you listen to the commentary, not one of them give praise to the dummy half that actually created the space for the sweepers. So big team effort there. So big props to them. I noticed your dummy halves. Well done. But thanks for watching, guys. We hope you always enjoy the videos. Become a member. I do say this a lot, but it really does help. We've got members only videos out there, and they keep coming each week. So thanks, guys. We'll see you at Touch.